Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening to all the pining viewers. Today we are not making one of those commentary style videos where I contemplate, where I think, where I ponder. Today we are to just simply make a nice little video, a video that I can just make because I want to. So today we're gonna be writing on this book right here. I'm covering that up due to a particular reason. None of you will ever know. So basically, I'm gonna write things on this notebook, particularly poems. I'm gonna be writing poetry, prose, you know all of that jazz. So let's write poems right now. So um, disclaimer: I don't know anything. I am not the greatest poem writer. But really, sometimes you don't have to be the greatest when you want to do something, when you want to do a hobby, when you really like doing something. You don't have to be the greatest in doing it. Sometimes you just gotta do it, and sometimes you're okay at it. If you're really bad at it, that's all right. As long as you did it and you tried and you liked it, that's that's the most important part. You like it. If you suck at it, but you still like it in the end, then that's all that matters. So let's write a poem. I have not much understanding regarding the fundamentals of poetry, other than the fact that it's a bunch of really nice words that rhyme. Not all the time though, but yeah. Let's write poems. Um, I am no longer in the zone. You see, how come nothing's ever done? You see, how come when I call, there is none to answer the phone? Why is it now? Why is it only now that I'm like Trey Young on defense? Man, I'm a cone. Now, what does that poem mean? It's meant to like Trey Young on defense, a cone. It's it's basically that feeling of uselessness. That feeling of, man, I don't matter. I'm not in the zone. Nothing I do is ever done. Um, no one's calling when I call, no one's answering the phone. I'm like Trey Young on defense. I'm a cone. Like, sometimes you get that feeling like, oh man, do I even matter? Does it really matter? Am I who am I on defense? Am I Tony Allen or am I Trey Young? Something to think about. Now let's see another poem. Let's write another poem off the top of my mind. Um, wow. Yo. All right, good poems. I just kidding. Maybe yeah, I do. Maybe for the average person, they might like it. If you show it to like a guy like Shakespeare, they may have a lot of criticisms, but it's okay because I like poems, and I really have to get rid of this mindset of mine that if it's not great, then I shouldn't do it. When in reality, I should probably just do it, regardless of whether or not I'm great at it, because that doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is I actually like doing it. So yeah, there's that. Um, I've been writing a lot on this notebook. I gotta write more poems though. We on MP, not my player, more poems. I've been playing 2K16. 15 recently. It's a good game. Okay, 2:27:26. Poem time. Um, I'm like, let's get that brightened up a little bit. Okay, it's bright again. Yo, man. Saturated, but not outdated. What does it mean to be? What does it truly mean to be overrated? Man, I gotta get some. Man, I gotta stop getting rage baited. I think I'm pretty jaded. Now, what does that poem mean? I don't know what that poem means. This feels more like slam poetry. I don't know what slam poetry is. I did watch that Kanye West video. Yeah, and maybe if this is slam poetry, you never really know. You know, I'll try to search it up afterwards. So what does that poem mean? Sometimes you're jaded. You don't know what things mean. You don't know what why you get rage baited. It's because you don't know what it means. You don't understand. You're jaded. What does this mean? What does it truly mean to be overrated? Why are people calling? Why are people calling Anthony Davis, Zion Williamson overrated? Bro, nobody ever liked these people. Who are complimenting these guys, man? Um, yeah. And then you call what you call suddenly next thing you know they're calling Cade Cunningham underrated. Dog, he is not man. Cade Cunningham, good player, definitely not underrated though. No, because like there's so much people. The word overrated doesn't really even mean anything anymore. It's just that a word. I could say, yo, um, eating eating hash browns in the morning, kind of underrated. Dog. Nobody ever said, nobody ever said it was bad. Nobody ever said that, oh, I don't like this. Or, everybody probably perfectly likes a good set of hash browns in the morning. They don't hate it. Chances are they probably even like it. A lot of people probably like it too. A lot of times, overrated, underrated just means underrated. This thing that I like, overrated. This thing I don't like. And it kind of sucks, like, what do words even mean? What do words even mean? How come they just fly at the seams? What? I feel like I'm I feel like I'm out of the team, but at the same time, I don't know what to deem. That's like poetry. That's poetry right there. That's poetry, man. I'm telling you, that is poetry. I have to make a video one day, probably about Catcher in the Rye, or maybe Adam Page. I should probably do it right now after I'm done with this video. I probably should. I have a new cell phone that I'm using to record videos. It has a really good camera. In terms of videos, I don't know in terms of the picture quality sometimes, but honestly, my old phone, its camera quality, it was a bit, It was only once I was starting to leave it, when it was nearing its last days, when I really started to use it wisely more. But other than that, dog, it wasn't that good of a phone. I was having trouble with it. I like my phone a lot more now. Sometimes I'm a bit jaded with it as well. Maybe it's a bit dated, but I can't really properly rate it. Man, maybe I just got baited. I just rehashed the old poem from earlier. But yeah, oh man, it's getting slow. Hello? Hello? Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. More slam poetry to come, more videos to come. Unfortunately, right now, I am quite busy with schoolworks, but when the summer comes, I promise, more videos. More great videos to expect and to watch. And probably gonna put a lot more effort into them rather than just guy talking in front of screen, guy complaining in front of phone, guy uploads. We're gonna be better. That's about it. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Good night.